Good morning. We have to start, and I know that there are folks still coming in, but we have to get started. We have a crammed morning this morning from now until 10:30, and we've got to move, so we're going to. I'm Pat James, and I think I know most of you. I know a lot of you. I am the Dean of Library and Technology and Distance Ed at Mount San Jacinto College, and I'm affiliated with that one project. And you were just watching if you were in here a little bit earlier, you saw a list of folks who have just completed the first round of our graduate course for certification for online teaching through the One project. There are 40 of them. And I think some are in here. Yes, could you guys stand if you're in here, if you completed, if just completed or just graduated, if you could stand. Nobody's in here, they're all tired. Yay, good job. And if you're interested, it's an incredibly good program, and it's at onefortraining.org, and it's sponsored by the Chancellor's Office, so it's very inexpensive. So I'm here to welcome you to the conference. It's so great to see all of you. This has been an amazing thing for us to put together, and we're really looking forward to enjoying the next couple of days. Some of you were here yesterday. We had 50 DE coordinators and managers here, and we had quite a few pre-conference activities. I'd like to invite you next year to please join those. Okay, I am going to, other than welcome you, I am now going to introduce the president of Evergreen College. So if you would join us. This is Dr. Henry Young, president of Evergreen Valley College.
Thank you. On behalf of the students of Evergreen Valley College, the faculty of Evergreen Valley College, the professional staff of Evergreen Valley College, and the district, I welcome each and every one of you to the online teaching conference at EVC. First of all, in extending the welcome, I also want to thank you for your patience. You know, the college was established in 1975, and it has never happened, but guess what? It just happened this week. So we lost all power. The prognosis was that power will not be restored until next week. Now, what are we supposed to do with 300 guests who are coming? We decided to go out and rent generators. So my thanks to the support staff who have been working around the clock to hook up some buildings to make sure that at least we could continue with the conference. We adapted to them, but most of all, to all of you, our guests, for the inconvenience that you may have to walk to different buildings to attend the sessions. So I guess the only thing I could say is make sure you come to the wine reception at 5 p.m. to make up for it. It's right by the lake. If you promise that you won't fall over into the water, it's all you can drink. Welcome. I've invited Renee Patton, Director for Educational Services at Cisco, to come and deliver a few words. This being online and technology, I feel that it's important for Cisco, a company known to all of us, the 112 community colleges across the state, to at least have an opportunity to address you.
Thank you. We certainly appreciate the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here. Welcome to the conference. I first have to tell you that I'm absolutely in awe of what you do. You are educating the workforce of the future, and literally, if it weren't for you, I'm not sure where our state would be today. You provide students with options and a flexible way to get the skills they need when they need them for the jobs that are in demand in our economy today. So thank you. I'd like to take just a few minutes to provide you with a quick historic perspective on education and discuss some of the major trends that we see emerging in community colleges and what these mean to you. Community colleges are a definite strategic focus for Cisco, and it's our pleasure to be able to partner with community colleges across California and across the nation. If you really think about it, not much has changed over the centuries. I'm currently reading Kenneth Follett's World Without End. I'm up to about AD 1328, and it really does seem like the world that never ends. These are the images that I have in my mind as I read about the wars between England and France, the agrarian economy, and the hardships and sheer brutality of life in the Middle Ages. In fact, this was social networking before the internet. There wasn't a whole lot of change over time until the dawn of the Industrial Revolution and the invention of steam power and water wheels. In the 2 centuries following 1800, the world's average per capita income increased over 10-fold, while the world's population increased over 6-fold. Then in 1971, we saw the invention of the first programmable microprocessor. This little device triggered the age of IT and the internet. What's interesting is that there's a direct correlation between world per capita GDP and the invention of that chip. We've been operating at warp speed ever since this invention, and it's been difficult for some sectors to keep up, namely education. But as a nation, we understand exactly how important education is, although our voting trends don't always support that understanding. But we know that education yields major returns to the economy. For every dollar we spend, we return $5 to the U.S. economy, and 1 additional year of education increases GDP by $3. We truly do have a crisis on our hands. We have a skills gap and major challenges with delivering the sheer quantity of education necessary in this country. In the next 3 to 5 years, we will run out of talent. That means that we have no choice but to change how we deliver education in our country in the very near term. The good news is, and the exciting thing about your being at this conference, is that each and every one of you is ahead of the curve in thinking through this delivery model and in creating new ways of learning. You are in the process of a mass reinvention of how we teach students today. Over time, the mammals evolved and survived, and the dinosaurs did not. You are the mammals. The problem is that you're bearing the brunt. The crisis is especially severe for community colleges as you face not only change, but a huge problem of remediation and other things. The other problem is that we haven't substantively changed the system. We're still educating students for the Industrial Revolution, for efficiency versus effectiveness. We really have no choice but to change, but the pace of change presents a challenge for us as we navigate a complex set of learning requirements, a broad array of technologies, and increasingly scarce resources. We believe that in the next 3 to 5 years, not only will we run out of talent, but our education delivery system will change more than it has in the last 30. And it truly must change. This is the world that we're navigating. As faculty members, you are in competition for the hearts, minds, and attention spans of your students. But they also need you more now than ever before to help them make sense of and to find information in this increasingly complex environment. One thing to note is that students want a high level of quality in their online courses, live, high-definition video that creates what I call the technology transparency effect. The quality is so good that they forget the technology is there. They feel as though they're in the same room with you. Today, the ability to collaborate is a critical skill in the workplace, and these students happen to be very good collaborators. But it's up to us as educators to make sure that they have the environment in which to collaborate effectively. It's not enough to just provide online learning. They must have the opportunity to interact with you, their peers, and outside experts, and this is how they learn. This is how students expect to be able to use online technologies in college, and in some ways, ways that we can engage them more efficiently and effectively. They want to be able to catch up on lectures they may have missed, work on group projects, prepare for exams, improve their athletic performance, access guest lecturers, continue class discussions, accelerate work on projects or research, and access study guides. So how do we get there? At the core of everything you do, everything you design and implement, you must have the right core foundation and what we call the intelligent network. I'm sure you're intimately aware of multiple device implementations that have gone awry because the network simply could not sustain the increased demand placed upon it by these devices. These are all examples of what we call the connected learning experience. The environment is virtual and bricks and mortar, wired and wireless. It's content intensive, video intensive, collaborative, location independent, and device independent. We're increasingly seeing connected learning experiences being created in group learning spaces and collaborative breakouts. Video is one of the most interesting and important trends that we're seeing in education. It's helping colleges increase their reach and scale. Amongst other things, video is helping colleges to build out new flipped learning models, which are great, and I'm sure you're very well aware of those. But with flipped learning and video in general, content has a huge potential to spin absolutely out of control. We've learned that we need to make it very easy for faculty members to capture videos on any device, easily transform them into any format, and share them out through multiple portals and devices. Again, it's critical to have the right core infrastructure in place to enable this, a platform that is secure, stable, reliable, and scalable. Creating flipped learning programs and using video are fine, but it's really only one piece of the online equation. A connected learning experience requires a way to bring all of these online capabilities together, a way for students to be part of a community. We're addressing this need with an integrated social media platform named WebEx Social. It's a place for faculty, staff, and students where they access their own personal dashboards. They can define profiles, meet other people, create and share content, form work groups, and interact with people real time through voice, IM, or video. From this platform, students can access a video platform, a social video platform for faculty and students. They can share ideas and expertise, optimize collaboration, and personalize connections with user-generated content. They can carry out a dialogue around a video, perform keyword searches, and upload their own content. Faculty members can use this for their own development, sharing videos of themselves, coaching and mentoring one another. In closing, I applaud you for thinking differently. I'd like to invite you to join our Cisco Connected Learning Exchange. This is a global community of educators, and it's a place where you can share best practices, connect with other experts, and improve on what you're already doing today. Thank you again, and I truly hope you enjoyed the conference.
Thanks, Renee. Okay, as we go forward today, I want to encourage you to share your stories, to share your quotes, to share the things that you do with students, with each other, and your strategies. These were just a few quotes we collected from our students. We thought you would probably relate to those. I especially like the one, where's the homework assignments? Before I thank the folks at Evergreen, I thought it was appropriate to put this quote in front of you, because not only are we facing hard economic times, but we were facing hard electrical times. And it was a little bit disconcerting to all of us. And I want to say for the planning committee for the conference that we are amazed and awed and extremely grateful to the team at Evergreen Valley College, particularly President Young and the amazing Keith Aish, who's standing back there waving his hand. And if you see him, he deserves your praise and your thanks, because he's been running around here like a crazy person for 3 days. And we didn't know what was going to happen, and we went forward in faith and also in the knowledge that as technologists and technology-using educators, things happen. If you can't handle it, you shouldn't be in the game. And a person told me a very long time ago, a mentor, said there's only two kinds of computer users: those who have lost data and those who will. And that is, and while we're not talking about data, we are talking about the behavior of technology. And so I really want to thank all of these folks. The administrative team for Evergreen was running around here yesterday, directing people, and they were stunning. And this college has rented for a good chunk of money a generator to keep the buildings going for us. And so I just want to, again, thank you so much. We're inspired and amazed at how this college could adjust and turn on a dime and accommodate such a big event while trying to keep afloat. And they start classes on Monday, so I just need to thank them again and again and again. I also want to thank our sponsors, and most of these are platinum sponsors, which is the highest level of sponsorship, and I would encourage you to please visit them. They're out in the foyer. One of the things that's happened because of the changes is that everything is a little more localized as far as our food. Our food has changed from where we expected to have it, which was down the road, because we're going to make you do some exercise to get to your food. But you're not going to have to do that now. It's right here. And so that's actually nice. And we also have our sponsors right here. So please stop by and visit them. They are the funding for this conference, part of it. The other part of it is funded by the Chancellor's Office, particularly the projects at @1 and CCC Confer. And if you are wondering where the funding comes beyond what you pay, which is not a lot, we try to keep the price low, that's where it comes from. So. Our planning committee, can they stand, please? Those who are able and in here, some of them are out very busy right now, but I'd like the planning committee to stand, and particularly Tiffany Hickey, who's over here. I'm going to introduce her in a moment, who's been the chair this year. She dived right in there. Dove right in there, jumped right in there, all of that. And took on this huge task, and took it over from Marty, who's still helping us, who's back there. And Marty was our, as she said, the guide on the side for this one, but she was definitely not on the side. So I'm not going to name everybody because it would take quite a while, but I would like to thank Micah Orloff, who is the new director of @1, and Blaine Morrow, who is the executive director of the projects. And thank you, Blaine, for all of your work. And the team that's back in the booth back there are doing a lot of work in getting all of this online for you. And the group at home, we have folks back at Palomar and back at Mount San Jacinto College who've been working behind the scenes to get some of this stuff done. I also want to thank Anna Sterling, who, I don't think, Anna, are you in here? Nope, she's out at the registration desk probably. But Anna did the program for us, and she did a beautiful job, and so I wanted to specifically thank her for that. Phil Sura for his work with our crew. And now I'm going to introduce Tiffany Hickey, who is going to take you through the portal. Hey! Woo-hoo.
Thank you, Pat. Good morning. I just want to take a quick minute and show everybody the portal and let you know a little bit on how to access it. What you need to go to is OTCportal.org, and then you'll log in up here. The username that you're going to use to log in is the email address that you used when you registered for the conference. So that's your username. And the password is changeme.2. The C in that word change needs to be a capital. It does make a difference, so make sure you use the capital C. Once you're in the portal, you're going to have access to a list of the sessions across the top. You can get to them. Let me just go there real quick.
What was that password again?
Sorry. Changeme.2, the number 2. And then the C needs to be a capital. So from here, you'll see a list of, a daily list of each of the sessions. And from each session, you're going to have access to forum discussions. So here, or whether you're at home or not, you can post questions and comment and kind of talk to each other. And I really do encourage you to do that. There's some good things going on there. You can also see pictures. We have a feed going of people taking pictures and posting them on Twitter. And it'll be in this portal too, so you can see what everybody else is doing. I really encourage you to do that. It's fun to go through and see what other people are doing. If you have any questions, if you forget the password, or if you can't, if you want me to help you log in, I'll be at the reception desk or around, and I'm happy to help you get in or answer any questions that you have about the portal. That's it. Enjoy.
I think we could give her another hand. She's got a lot of work, this lady. Thank you. Okay. Gotta be careful not to hit the link. It'll take me back there. All right. We have a Twitter feed, and it's up here. And we'd like you to join the conversation that's going on while we're at the conference, and you can win prizes. And we already have a winner, and the winner is Sabrina Lawrence from Gavilan College. Sabrina, are you in here? We'll find you. And she has won a microphone headset from Logitech, and we chose her because she has an interesting tweet, and if you want to see what that is, you can go to the Twitter feed and take a look. Like us on Facebook, and that's an online teaching conference, and it's very easy to find on Facebook. We're going to be mostly in the visual performing arts area, and I'll talk a little bit more about that. But there's a student film festival going on, a live screening in this building. And you can come and see that anytime today or tomorrow between 12:30 and 3:30. And then you heard briefly about a reception tonight that is sponsored by the Wall Street Journal and Blackboard Collaborate. And it's at the pond, the amphitheater pond, and as the president said, don't drink too much and fall in the pond. But come and join us. We really are looking forward to that. That's one of the really fun things that we get to do at this conference. The changes that have happened because of the electrical situation are not as major as we would have thought, thanks to Evergreen's ability to jump in and work fast. Anything that is in the library, in the LE building on your schedule, is now in the visual and performing arts. And it's actually the building right across from us in that direction. So if you have anything that you're going to go to that says LE, you're staying here, you're going over in that building. And there are signs everywhere, and if you're really concerned about where your stuff is, please go to the registration desk and they'll tell you what's been changed. So it's pretty simple, actually. The big change is we're not using the LE building, we're using the one over here. The wireless connection is ready to go. There's no log on, no password, just locate it and go. Yippee, I love that. Wouldn't it be nice if the whole world was like that? You can just sit down and you just go. So that's there for you. I want to remind you to submit your evaluation, and these slides are in print. This slide is in print all over the place. So if you use a QR code, you can automatically get it on your phone and go to the evaluation, or the link is also there. It's onlineteachingconference.org, evals.html, pretty easy to find. So we'd like you to evaluate all your sessions, and please take the time to do that. That really informs us for next year. Tomorrow, we have a general session in here at 9 in the morning, Confessions of a Reluctant Online Instructor, with Amelito Enriquez, Professor of Engineering and Math at Kenyatta College. And is he here? Is he in here this morning?
He's in San Antonio.
Oh, he is. He'll be here soon, hopefully. Okay, and I would just like to thank Kenyatta College for my life. And I went to Kenyatta College, and they saved my life. And I would like anyone who has attended a community college in California to please stand. We are the students.